All right, I'll just start by saying it was a true team win, and that sounds cliche, but when you do look at it, it felt like it was running the ball, it was throwing the ball, it was defense. I felt like our special teams kept giving us favorable field position where we got the ball, there were so many challenges we had to overcome with the noise and playing in a tough environment and a good football teams. So really proud of the way we kept playing and found a way at the end. And it's amazing how in this league every game seems to come down to the last 2 minutes or beyond. And it's a game of inches. And today we found those inches, and so glad we're moving on. I'll take any questions you have.
Did you feel like going into overtime, you guys were going to have to be aggressive?
In overtime, you just got to put a drive together. It doesn't matter how you do it. I think it was going to be a mix of run and pass, and I think you approach it like you do any other drive, knowing there's a sense of urgency certainly to stay on the field and keep possess the football, but mix of run and pass and just play your normal offense.
What was the key on the pass to Thielen?
Protection held up. Adam pretty much won, and the ball goes up, and he makes a great catch. And that's a route I've run since my rookie year, and sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. But it was great to connect on that one.
Did that play have a name, specific name?
I don't know if I can tell you that, Chris. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'll let Coach Zimmer
Diggs
tell you the
is
name.
at 7 heaven, so we need a name for this.
Yeah, I'll let Coach Zimmer tell you the name if he feels that's sort of. I don't need him grouching at me tomorrow.
Kirk, on the throw to Kyle, Stephon said that if it was cover zero, then you guys knew that was who you were going to go to on that. That's the only touchdown pass you've thrown under duress this season. What was different about that one?
I didn't feel under duress. I knew it was cover zero, but the ball gets out so quick. I didn't really feel like they got home. There were a couple others that threw under duress, not touchdowns today, but I didn't. Again, I don't even know how much to tell you football-wise, what I can and can't, but it was a great play by Rudy, one-on-one, and he went up and grabbed it and kept his feet in, which is a big challenge. He made a great play.
There's so many numbers and themes that follow you around about winning against tough teams, difficult situations. Do you feel any sense of relief winning a game like this?
I appreciate the question, but I'm just thrilled we won a playoff game. I just do my part. We won the game today because we played great defense. We got a turnover. We had good special teams. We had great play calling. We had a great plan. We protected. We ran the football. We probably had 35, 40 rushing attempts. There's a whole lot of reasons we won the game. Does the quarterback play a role in that? Yes, but it was a team win.
So you don't have an "I told you so" feeling for all the people who said you couldn't win a big one or lead a winning drive or anything like that?
It's fun to be able to win and to feel like you're moving forward. But my journey has always been one of like the book The Dream Giver. When you climb a mountain, you sit there at the top and you look around and you realize there's only more mountains to climb. And so, being a fourth-round pick and kind of working your way up in the league, now you win a playoff game, guess what? You look around and you realize there's more mountains to climb. You want to win another playoff game. You want to get to the Super Bowl someday. You want to win a world championship. So you just keep chasing the next mountain. And there'll always be people, who are going to criticize you, and that's okay.
Kyle said you got the game ball and how well you deserved it, whether it was that third down pass to Diggs that might have been
what a great play by him.
How does it feel to actually get it done, but also do it with your teammates that way and then be recognized?
Yeah, it's the only way you do it is with your teammates. I mean, when you're in that tough environment and the noise, and you're in the first quarter going against a great team, the only way you got a shot is looking in the eyes of the other players and the coaches and knowing that we're in this together and we have each other's back. And so many people made plays today, and so many coaches, put us in a good spot. So I was just proud of the effort and thrilled to be able to win. And who gets the credit is, as Ronald Reagan says, amazing what you accomplish when you don't care who gets the credit. And I think that's what this team is about. Just go do your job and give the credit to whoever you want to give it to.
Kurt, you mentioned early on the importance of the running game. Early on in the game, Cook could hit yards outside on the toss sweep and inside. How important is that to the passing game success today?
Well, I think it plays a role. It hopefully can get you into more manageable third downs when you run the football well. It can run the clock. You can possess the ball. If you run it well, you hope that it can force some coverages by the opponent to put you in a better position to throw the ball. Hopefully it can slow down the pass rush a little bit. All those things. And it's not easy to come into this place against a good defense and just run the football. And we hit some, we didn't hit some, but I felt like we were consistent enough, and we certainly stayed with the run, that ultimately look back and feel pretty good about it.
Kurt, what does it tell you about this team and just like the way that you guys were able to combat distractions this week, whether it's being, a touch under an underdog favored, they were favored by a touchdown, or even just the fact that ownership felt that they needed to come out and put out a statement quelling any sort of speculation about Coach Zimmer and Rick Spielman?
Yeah. I didn't feel much different than any other week. You feel the sense of urgency with the playoffs, but the distractions, I think, are more for the people who follow the league, the people, I think, in the league, in the locker room. I think we're so busy with our preparation and our job to do that we don't even have time or energy to get caught up in what's on the outside.
Kirk, how big is it to win that coin toss?
All right, so Kirk Cousins with two of the biggest throws of his career to keep the Vikings alive in the postseason. That one to Kyle Rudolph, your game winner. Where will it register?
Go ahead.
What's your prevailing emotion right now, Drew?
Yeah. Listen, it was a hard-fought football game. And we played a really good team today. And obviously they came ready to play. And at the end of the day, they just made, more plays than we did, right? I love the way that we fought, in the fourth quarter. We really didn't play our best football, up until that point. But, put together some good drives during that period of time, and put ourselves in a position to win. But unfortunately, again, they just made a few more plays than we did.
Did they surprise you with anything they did, or did they just execute for the first 3.5 quarters?
No, I'd say, looking back, there was probably some, bigger play opportunities that we just, we missed on, whether, hey, they're just, they got to me before we could, we'd have a chance at it. We had a hard time staying on the field there early on, just a couple of those drives, not really ever getting going. So, and again, you play, that's a great defense. It's a well-coached defense, and so you understand at times it's going to be a battle, and you're going to play the field position game, which we did. But, I'd say, special teams played well, gave us some opportunities. I did feel like, early on in that game, man, we were starting backed up a lot, So, they were making us have to, march the field. But, again, didn't play great for the first 3 quarters, or at least just, didn't feel like we were able to get, drives put together and play with great tempo and that kind of thing. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter that, things got cranked up.
Drew, because of that, the interception before the end of the first half, just because of the slow start, do you feel like you kind of needed a shot or a big play?
Well, we were trying to kind of catch him off guard, and so felt like Teddy was making his way over the top, and, guy made a nice play.
It's the hardest part, or one of the hard parts of this right now, knowing the reality that it's hard to keep the same group together, from one year to the next.
Sure, and that's the league that we're in. That's just the world we live in. There's always changes, and so you're very much starting over. Now I would say that we've got incredible culture here. We've got a great foundation built, and we know that there's a stable of guys that are going to be here a long time. And so then you always spend the off season, finding the other pieces, right? The complementary pieces, whether it be through the draft and free agency, and you never know how that's going to shake out. But bottom line is, I know the environment that whoever comes in from the draft or free agency or whatever, I know the environment that they're coming into, right? And the type of culture that we have and the type of locker room that we have, and it is one that is fun, and we work hard, but we play hard, and we have fun together, and we love each other, and this is the result, is winning a lot of games, guys playing for one another. Guys love coming to work together here in this locker room.
I know you say you like to take it.
is there defending Adam Thielen, and credit to Kevin Stefanski and the Vikings for seeing it, taking advantage, and going after that and connecting on the Kirk Cousins throw to Adam Thielen. So, look, the Vikings offense played really well in this game for the most part. They put up to 20 points in regulation and then get the touchdown at the end to win it. But this was, TD, an uncharacteristic-like game for the Saints. Their first multi-turnover game of the season comes at the worst opportunity here in the postseason. 2 turnovers.
And that's
for Brees.
what the postseason is about. You know, you could be a clean team throughout the season, but if you make those mistakes in the postseason, they will come back to bite you. In this game, for them to miscues, the field goal before the half, crucial.
Yeah.
They get the ball back, and then you have Drew Brees throw the pick. I mean, whatever order. So he threw the pick, led to the Vikings getting on track, and then they missed the field goal. And then you talk about the fumble Drew Brees had.